hope you all are doing well. Hi, I'm Stacy. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I have been called to do something different as far as the reading goes on here. I was told just to sit down and do it, and this is supposed to be some kind of mystical fairy tale type of dreamy video. So let's see. I'm excited because I have no idea what is going on. So I got it's not a new deck, but it's new that I'm using on here. I don't usually use these online, but it's the Dreamer's Journal, Mystic Dreamer Journal. Beautiful cards. I'm calling in my higher self, the angels, my guides, my ancestors, the Force Spirit, and the energy of unconditional love. You are balanced. You are holding everything that you need in your hand, and you're looking forward. And as you're looking forward, you're dreaming of this magical place you've always seen in your mind and in your heart. This place is your oasis. This place is your peace of mind. It's where you feel at home within every part of you. Mind, body, soul, and spirit are all at home. Switch this light down. Okay. And you're holding it, and you're looking, and you're seeing all the beauty that will come from this. For your Ten of Cups, for this magical, beautiful, overflowing abundance of everything that you need to go forward in your journey of self-love, your journey to have enough self-love to love someone else. You've learned the lessons. You've always protected yourself. You always felt like you needed to be stronger to the outside world, no matter how soft you were on the inside. So you were always expecting the fire to come to you. So you were always waiting with the water to put it out. But you've dreamed of this life. And when you're in the protective, defiant, I won't let anyone see me in my emotions, you're not in the present moment. You're not seeing beauty in anything like that. You have to get to where you actually believe that it's possible, and you've done this, and you're holding it, and you have the opportunity. This is going to tell a story. That's what I'm hearing. A beautiful story. Just sitting in your oasis, surrounded by flowers and butterflies and hummingbirds and birds everywhere around. Under the trees, just sitting there, finding yourself and seeing where those where those words, where that fire had tried to keep you in bondage, when you had to just survive and be the warrior and not the dreamer, to have everything that you are getting now. So with all the fire coming towards you, you just kept trying to look away. I just see you trying to look away and not, and know that the fire was coming back then, but you didn't want to look at it, because even though there was fire coming in from one way, you were still seeing the fire in front of you. So you kind of just froze. Whoever this is, you just froze. But as all of this fire was coming towards you, and negative words, negative people, toxic relationships, you were even toxic to yourself, you were able to still dream that it was possible to have your Ten of Cups. And because you turned your back to the fire that was behind you, coming after you, and the fire that was already in front of you, since you decided to go in and hold it, yes, you were the warrior. In that phase, you were surviving. Then you started seeing what could be, what was possible, dreaming. Even though everything was coming at you and trying to destroy you, and handlers were trying to take control of you, you kept going forward after this dream. Even while you were still protecting yourself, you were able to find the balance of the two pentacles in both your warrior and your dreamy fairy, real feminine attributes also, so you didn't lose your dreams. So no, and because you never turn that into something to harm others, when they were all firing all that at you, now you are going to be able to see abundance in everything. Excuse me, everything you do. You're going to be able to see abundance. You had a very long death and rebirth process. You had to go to that place and learn to be comfortable there when you weren't comfortable going there. You had to learn that your light was just as important as your dark and light were just equally as important to handle and have control over, because both can be toxic if we overgive, or if we overtake. So whichever it has to be balanced. So you've went through a lot of that. You sat with it. You went through it as a child. I feel like there is a child here. Lots of dreams. And still, while you were going through this death, you dreamed of this magical place that you could feel at home, or a place where you could be understood and no longer have to hide who you were, and to finally have a companion in this life who is loyal and faithful, and someone that you don't have to hide anything from. They're there for you. And now we have the lover two becoming one. And it's because so there's one side that the moon is looking this way, and then there's a side where the moon, this is what I'm seeing, this way. And one's with the companion, who is the best friend, and the other is looking at the divine feminine and divine masculine statues. So you have done the work to enjoy this beautiful life because you always had strength to keep on going, to keep on being you, to keep on loving you, to find your truth. When others told you it didn't matter, it wouldn't change anything, just forget about it. You didn't. You kept going. And now, what is beginning, or what you're starting to see that you didn't see before, is that everything that you needed was balanced within self. And when you were loyal to yourself and you loved yourself, you manifested this beautiful love story. Whether that's in relationships, friendships, girlfriend, boyfriend, marriage, whatever, what you're able to have these relationships now. And it seems so dreamy, but yet very warrior, very much using your strength, very much, being able to be dreamy, all of the above. Very dreamy. And it took a lot of strength. This energy is so pure and raw. Like the parts of you, the parts people see and the parts that people do not see. Even with so many swords and wounds reopening over your life, just standing there thinking, which one do I take out first to start all this? But yet you did, and you cleansed them out. There's 2 swords left. Only you will understand what that is for you. Pretty sure I know what it is for me. Spirit, what else would you like to add to this? So because you were loyal to yourself, like I said, you have this beautiful relationship within self and outside. You are taking all the broken, beautiful pieces that you thought could never be made whole, and you glued yourself back together the way that you would like others to have treated you, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So now you're taking all those pieces and you're taking that wounded girl, young lady, adult, mother, grandmother, grandfather, divine person that was wounded, and you're taking care of her now. You're not making your inner child suffer by their self. And you're moving forward to fulfill, just like the second card, you are going to have your cup. If you think of, waterfalls and nature and beauty of that and just how it flows, and think about that being nothing but love and emotion for yourself and then everyone else around you, and you're allowed to feel that now because people and things were coming at you to hurt you every way you looked, and you decided to go in and look for self, protecting yourself, of course, but you became a companion of self and being a warrior badass and being dreamy with all this going on, and you stayed poised and kept on going and took those swords and took that pain and cleaned it out and alchemized yourself with your wounded inner child, young adult, wherever you've been wounded, and put yourself back together to be perfectly imperfect. And you're moving on. If that isn't magical, I don't know what is. If that isn't strength, I don't know what strength is. See, the more pain you live through with love, the more things you walk through with compassion. Not saying we don't all make mistakes, we're still human. The more power of love you are given, that power is for love and to protect yourself from harm when it's absolutely necessary. Not just because you don't like someone. That, my friends, is not magical. Anything else you want them to know? So you're moving forward from all of that. Congratulations. Anything else you want to know, Spirit? Maybe that's the end of it, guys. Let's see. Or maybe the story will continue. Clarify, please. Clarify. That tower you went through, it's taking me back. That tower, those moments that devastated your soul, not just your heart, your soul, it changed you on a core level. When all these things were coming at you at one time, when all these swords and people talking and people accusing and people making up stories and nobody knowing who you were and no one really seeing you for the love dreamy side of you because you were always in survival mode. You literally have transformed right in front of them. Anyone who has thought that there was no hope, because those tend to be so after you had the 9 that you had to take care of and you still continue to work in harmony with self and with others and doing your best, another sword came in, and this was the last tower. So before you got to the 10 of Cups, it's telling me the story between what people didn't see, your dreamy side, and your 10 of Cups is telling me how this all came to be. So you had one more sword that someone put in you and it took you down. So the tower came all the way down. It was a realization. It was something that you found out. It was a memory. It was someone returning, whatever it was. This end time is fluid. So this may happen already for some of you. Have already done all this and going through this. It's coming soon. Place yourself where you belong, please. When the tower came down, and because even after you were already healing yourself and you got that last sword put in your back to take you down to where you didn't know if you could get back up, you let the tower fall. You were able to see the warrior in the high priestess, the lower energies and the higher energies, and the many, many pieces of a puzzle that makes up our souls, your soul and other people's. You were able to see this. You are now the high priestess, high priest. You have made it. That has earned you the rite of passage. When you are truly sitting as a high priestess, you are not going to have the energy to go after everyone who hurts you, because it's not who you are. Even if you find yourself getting angry or upset or finding yourself saying something you wish you wouldn't have said, it isn't going to feel right to you. You will get yourself back in order. And because of that reason, because Spirit knows that you have earned the right to be called the high priestess, so you have earned the right to use your rite of passage, because you will not misuse it. Because the rite of passage is given to those who will not misuse or hurt someone else. And I'm seeing it all over these cards, and it is so beautiful, so beautiful. You have the world. You're sitting on top of the world. This is so beautiful, to the journey of self, to the fool's journey, to the healer's journey. This is so beautiful. And now you are sitting on top of the world. What do you do now, High Priestess? Let's see. And we'll wrap it up. When Spirit told me to sit down, it was a magical story, and I was shown what cards to use. I was excited because I don't get to use these cards very often, but the lighting is off in this, guys. It's mystical. Any more cards? Okay. Guess I need the light back if I want to see. Oh no. Yeah, you are. You are not only, you are the what is to come is you are the empress. You are working and becoming all of everything that you've been through. You're bringing it to your life right now, and you are the empress. You have walked in the fire. You have sit with those two swords, the two that was left. You have worked through them, and now you are healed, and you are the empress. That is beautiful. That is amazing. And thank you so much if you watched this far. And until next time, guys.